In Budapest, the winds of change can scatter the pack at a moment's notice. Through 4 decades here, we've witnessed first-time winners, championships won, incredible underdog stories, and the upending of the expected order, time and time again. For the 40th time in the Formula One World Championship, good afternoon and welcome to the Hungarian Grand Prix, which will be fought around this circuit. 4.3 kilometres, 2.7 miles, 70 laps on the board, and 2 DRS zones to promote the overtaking. Turn 1 is your best bet, but we've seen some epic moves around the outside of Turn 2 leading to Turn 3 through the years. It's the soft, the medium and the hard available for the pack today. It is the C5, the C4 and the C3, with some genuinely not knowing how long their tyres are going to last. It is round 14 of the Formula One World Championship in 2025. 16 points between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Here's how they line up then. We'll go from the back to the front, with Yuki Tsunoda due to start in the pit lane. He's taken a new power unit. Alexander Albon says they've just been lost with strategy all weekend long, and the setup of the car has struggled as a result. Hülkenberg is 18th, Esteban Ocon, former winner here, is 17th on the grid. Pierre Gasly is finding himself in 16th. Antonelli much happier with the balance of the car compared to 1 week ago, but not the easiest grid position for him. Franco Colapinto is the lead Alpine on a Formula One grid for only the second time. Williams really struggling. Carlos Sainz is 13th. Lewis Hamilton, the headline outside of the top 10 because it's his worst qualifying on merit ever around here. Bevan is 11th, and then it is an all-racing ball, row 5 to row 4, which features Max Verstappen. He's getting his 200th start for Red Bull today. Gabriel Bortoleto, that's his best ever Formula One qualifying in his rookie season. It was the best qualifying of the season for Aston Martin. They're 5th and 6th with Alonso the lead car. And then we find George Russell, who was 500ths of a second back. Norris was 400ths of a second back. They're 3rd and 4th. And this is the front row with Oscar Piastri challenging Charles Leclerc, a surprise Ferrari pole, their first of the season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Budapest, and the Hungarian Grand Prix is underway. Norris won't go for it to the inside, might be compromised. George Russell is up to 3rd. Can he keep it? Yes, he can keep it. He gets the power down and he gets by. Worst case scenario for Lando Norris, might be about to get even worse as well. Tyre warm-up is going to be crucial here, and Norris dips down. He's down to 5th. Piastri in 2nd, Charles Leclerc lead. Great start for Norris, just didn't go anywhere.
No, so they're weaving around, and then Lando brakes so early for the first corner as well. Didn't want to do the Valtteri Bottas move from a few years ago and go 10-pin bowling down there.
Max Verstappen's trying to line up Liam Lawson, junior team versus senior team.
Former teammates this year, and Lawson surely isn't going to fight that. No, Max incisive, straight up the inside, and feeling a lot more confidence than Liam. He is tucked in behind Fernando Alonso. There he goes. He's going to be really close.
Up to P4 for the man second in the points battle to win the Drivers' Championship. 10, we've also had Lando Norris recover. Look at that, late on the brakes. You don't get many moves into the chicane. Big call from McLaren, big in-lap required for Oscar Piastri. Huge pressure on the shoulders of the pit crew.
Punchy stuff, but it's a brilliant stop, that. Look.
Guys, it's really terrible, this idea. It's so much traffic.
Remember, he's trying to undercut Bortoleto and Alonso. That's why Red Bull pitted him. Verstappen was frustrated in behind Gabriel Bortoleto.
George Russell making his way. Oh, and they nearly made contact there on the way down to turn 2. Alonso yet to pit. Russell trying to reclaim the place.
So Lando, we're considering the one stop. It'd be 40 laps on a hard tyre. Keen for it? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they're going for it now, and that means he's going to pit in a couple of laps, according to the very uncoded message there from Will Joseph.
Max Verstappen trying to get past Lewis Hamilton, and in the battle for the net race lead, and Max Verstappen's got the inside line. My word, that is a fast corner to try that move. Hamilton goes off the road. Verstappen gains the place. This is enormous speed. Max Verstappen risking it to the inside. That is crazy close. Lighting it up as he comes in. He hits his marks. Every second is going to be useful here. Brilliant standard in the pit lane today.
box to overtake this lap, box to overtake Leclerc.
And he does the opposite of the man coming into the pits, who is Charles Leclerc in the Scarlet Ferrari.
So Ferrari react. They take the bait from McLaren.
4 or 5 seconds ahead of our pit window.
I don't really care about Leclerc. I just want the best chance to try and beat Lando.
Whoa, that's late on the brakes of Kimi Antonelli, and he gets past Carlos Sainz.
Piastri's in.
Piastri comes in. Piastri's on fire here. He's screaming up to the back of the Ferrari. Can he get by? And how quickly can he get by? It's a great run here. He's got so much more grip out of the 14th and final corner. He absolutely sails by. It's going to be another McLaren 1-2. The Ferrari couldn't fight.
This is so incredibly frustrating. We've lost all competitiveness. You just have to listen to me. I would have found a different way of managing those issues. Now it's just undrivable. It's a miracle if we finish on the podium.
How far does that radio message go? All the way off the screen.
Russell.
Oh, that's super late on the brakes from Russell, who tucks back in, and I've turned the volume down.
That was moving under braking. I committed. It's clearly not allowed.
Take 2, 1 lap later, and there's the late move. Pinch to the apex, Russell gets by, Charles Leclerc will try the up and under. That was real brinkmanship between the pair of them, but Russell gets by.
The first one I thought was acceptable from Leclerc. I have to say that one was just massive, moving under braking, just shutting the door. And Russell is committed at this point, and it's difficult to change your line.
The Grand Prix victory on the line. Piastri shaping for it, going late, locking up, and he avoids his teammate. But did that moment cost him the Grand Prix win?
Oh, it's late, man. They are so close, aren't they?
Look at this on board. Nearly the front wing ripped off. They got away with it. The gap in the World Championship will be 9 points between the papaya pair. Lando Norris wins the Hungarian Grand Prix by 0.6 of a second. A brilliant performance from both of them, but the gap is under 10 points. And it's Norris punching the air, victorious for the first time in Budapest. Brilliant battling out front. It went all the way to the end, like we suspected it would. But today, it has been resolved in Lando Norris's favour. We go into the summer break with 9 between the pair of them.
No, I thought it was game over then. Not literally, but you know, my chances of trying to win that race from there are pretty slim. Especially against Oscar. You know, I kind of expected us to be a bit better than the Ferrari over the race. I didn't expect to be, from that position much quicker than Oscar. I believe that was a bit quicker, but not that much to still finish ahead. So our only option was to kind of try convert to a 1. Still, wasn't expecting it to kind of work out. It was more, let's just give it a good shot. Let's commit to that. And my strengths are definitely end of stint pace. Longevity of tire, that kind of thing, and today I utilized that to every possible tenth of a second, and it worked out. So I'm happy that we tried something a bit different. We risked a little bit, and it worked out perfectly. So I'm happy with the team.
Stressful, very stressful. I think I could close the gap relatively quickly, but then that last second and a half, or 2 seconds, second and a half, was incredibly tough, and then I could just not get close enough to put a move on from there. So, close, very close.
I was really pleased with the race, to be honest. I don't think we could have hoped for more. I felt I was driving really well. The start was great. Did my best to sort of fend off Lando at the start to try and help Fernando to get ahead of him and sort of achieve that, but the McLarens were too fast today. They did a great job, and then obviously at the end of the race it was pretty dicey with Charles.
From around lap 40, we had a problem with the chassis, so now I've had more details about it. In the car, obviously, I had no idea what was going on. I mean, I had an idea, but it was the wrong idea because I thought it was something that was in our control. Unfortunately, we had an issue on the chassis, so I don't have much to add on that. It's just extremely frustrating when you are fighting for a win, when we had the pace that we had at the beginning of the race and we lose absolutely everything later on. It's very frustrating.
So glad, we did an amazing job. The team gave me an amazing car for today's race. We managed to put everything in place. The strategy was great, and I don't see how we could finish the half season better.